Thank you, Radovan, very much for this introduction and question. And I'm really delighted to be part of this conference and this opening panel. So thank you very much for to the Chamber of Economy of Montenegro for this invitation, having us here. And we appreciate the ongoing partnership we enjoy with the Chamber. A few words about the economy before I focus on Western Balkans, so that to give the audience maybe who are not familiar with the economy program, what it is all about. Reconomy is a regional program. It is funded by the Swedish International Development Agency and implemented by Helvetas Swiss Intercooperation. And when I say it's a regional, it has actually two broader regions in focus. This is the Western Balkan 6 countries and also the Eastern Partnership countries, excluding Belarus for the time being. And the main goal we are pursuing through our program is to facilitate generation of green jobs, also to reskill and upskill citizens so that they are prepared for the new green jobs, and also to support the increase of profits and income, whether it's private enterprises or individual entrepreneurs. And we try to do so through three work streams. So one is focused on building competencies and skills, as I have mentioned, whether it's companies or individuals, including, for example, freelance consultants. The second is supporting development of services. Basically, these are mostly business-to-business services, but also services to individuals. And the third work stream is focused on influences, which encompasses advocacy work, but also trying to nudge behavior change, either through basic awareness raising or more intricate measures. In Western Balkans, currently we have three major portfolio of interventions, as we call, and the specific directions include sectors such as agriculture, tourism, ICT sector, business process outsourcing. Also, we are supporting gaming associations in the Western Balkans so that they can somehow have a regional approach and become competitive on a global level. Maybe also to give a specific example, some of the projects and interventions we are supporting. For example, in energy efficiency and renewable energy sector, which is one of our main focus areas, we try to establish green building councils in those countries in Western Balkans where there are not yet, or to somehow reactivate in those countries where there are, but also to establish a regional green buildings council so that it has much more advocacy or lobbying power to speed up uptake of energy efficiency and renewable energy measures. But we also work with, for example, KNAUF on a regional level to provide trainings and reskilling to those citizens who are interested to become qualified in either applying or installing energy efficiency or renewable energy materials in construction sector. Another example would be our cooperation with the chambers of economies or chambers of commerces, and especially we focus here on circular economy, which I think is one of the main focus of this conference, but also on waste management, which is usual suspect for circular economy. Another project we are proud of very much and was recently launched is Transdinarica cycling route, which encompasses 6 Western Balkan countries, but it goes beyond that and broader region of Balkan, Croatia and Slovenia. And it is a fully digitalized cycling route with service providers along the route. So in this manner, we try to have a regional approach to the sustainable tourism, but also to somehow facilitate additional income opportunities for the citizens living in villages or in small towns along this Transdinarica cycling route. We also work with public employment services. We partnered with the Swedish public employment services to provide their support to Western Balkan public employment services. There are also different work streams. One is to capacitate the employees of the public employment services themselves to provide more tailored services to the citizens who are looking for a job, but also to digitalize their services and to have more focus on e-services, so to say. About the second part of your question, whether it slows down or facilitates economic development, I think this very much depends on the perspective individuals or companies take. Of course, if we take into account the regulatory frameworks that should be adopted and the company should comply with it, it looks sometimes burdensome, especially for those countries which are still in the transitional economy. But I think the best perspective is very much I like the UK government's approach, which names this as a green industrial revolution. So the fact is that this is happening, and the main question is whether companies will sooner start to be aligned with that or later. And of course, the sooner it is better. So this would be my brief response to this second part of your question, but later we'll be glad to elaborate if needed.